السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته. Hello everyone, welcome to Communication Techniques first chapter on written and oral communication. I'm Mrs. Bilhwala Khadija from INT Mushant University. So in this lesson we will learn academic writing, how to write a report, how to summarize and how to communicate orally. So for an academic writing, it's a little bit different from normal English. It should be clear, formal, organized, and with objective. Okay, now let's understand the difference between informal and formal language. Informal language is used in daily conversation. We use it with friends and family. However, for formal language is used in academic and professional situations. We use it in reports, presentations, and emails. For example, as informal phrase, we have, I think this experiment is very good. While as formal phrase, we have this experiment shows important results. So the difference here is that informal language is normal language. However, formal language is scientific language. It is more objective, more professional. Okay? And remember, avoid using I think, for example, very good, a lot in academic writing. Always focus on facts and results. Okay? Now, how to write a report. A scientific report has 6 different parts: the title, introduction, method, result, discussion, and conclusion. And here's some examples. First example is about title. Effect of fertilizer on tomato growth. The second example as introduction, the study examines plant growth. As a method, we use tanned plants. As a result, plants grow more with fertilizer. As discussion, fertilizer helps growth. And as conclusion, fertilizer is helpful. Is useful. Now, how to write a summary or abstract. A summary is a short version of the text. It includes only main ideas. For example, as original phrase, air pollution causes health problems. Now, as a phrase or example of summary, air pollution affects health. So do not copy text, do not add your opinion, only use your words. Now let's see about oral communication, which is a presentation. It has 3 different parts: opening, body, and conclusion. And here we have some examples. As opening, you can say, today I will talk about climate change, for example. Then as a body, you can say, first, temperature increases, second, or then, etc. And then as a conclusion, you can say, climate change is dangerous. Now moving to modern communication. Today, you as students use many modern communication tools. The most common tools are email, Moodle, online meetings. Now let's start with email. It is very important in academic communication. You should write formal emails. Okay? For example, you should start your email with Dear Professor, Dear Mr., Dear Mrs. or Dear Doctor. Okay? I am writing to ask about the assignment. Okay? So actually it's like using polite words, polite phrases. Okay? Here another example. Do not say, send me the file now. Okay? Or, dear professor, send me the file now. Indeed, we say, dear professor or dear doctor, could you please send me the file? Next, online meetings. We know that you are now using Zoom or Google Meet. So during meetings, you always turn off your microphone when not speaking and raise your hand before speaking. Okay? Be respectful. For example, you should say, "Excuse me, may I add something?" Okay? And remember that digital communication must be respectful and professional. Do not laugh, respect the others, and follow the rules. And to conclude, academic communication is very important for your success at university. So, good writing helps you present your ideas clearly. Good speaking helps you share your ideas with others. And remember, always be clear, organized, and formal in your work. Avoid common mistakes like copying text, using informal language, writing without structure. Okay? Also, I usually say this: practice is the key to improvement. So, the more you write and speak, the better you become. Okay? Do not be afraid to make mistakes. Mistakes help you learn and improve. And finally, communication is a skill you will use in your studies and your future career. Well, thank you for your attention and see you next session.